Walking into the light of a new day often feels like stepping onto a path we haven't yet learned to navigate. Many of us wake up with our minds already racing, reaching for our phones or mentally scanning a list of chores and obligations before our feet even touch the floor. We live in a world that demands our speed, our constant attention, and our endless productivity, yet our souls often feel like they are running on empty. This quiet moment right now, before the noise of the world rushes in, is a gift we rarely give ourselves. When we pause to acknowledge the breath in our lungs, we realize that we are part of something much larger than our daily hustle. We are human, fragile and searching, yet we are held by a love that never tires. Faith isn't always about having big answers. Sometimes it's just the quiet choice to turn our faces toward the sun and trust that we are being guided. Before we let the day take hold of us, I invite you to settle your heart here in this space at Miracle Prayer Studio. If these moments of stillness help you find your footing, please consider subscribing and staying with us. We are just a group of souls trying to find our way back to the center, and having you here makes this journey feel a little less lonely as we seek the Father together. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 33, we are given a compass for our wandering hearts when we are told, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." Accepting these words into our morning feels like taking a deep, restorative breath. They suggest that our primary task today isn't to solve every problem or secure every outcome by our own strength. Instead, we are asked to simply look for where God is already moving. To seek his kingdom first is to ask ourselves how we can bring a bit more kindness, a bit more patience, and a bit more truth into our small corner of the world. It is a promise that when we align our internal rhythm with his divine purpose, the external details of our lives, the worries about what we will wear, what we will eat, or how we will manage, will find their proper place. We are moving from a place of striving to a place of receiving, letting his righteousness be the foundation upon which we build everything else today. My dear Lord, I come to you in the soft grey light of this morning, before the house is loud and before the demands of the world begin to pull at my sleeves. I bring my heart to you just as it is, a bit tired, perhaps a little anxious about what the coming hours hold, but deeply desiring to be near you. I offer you this day, not as a finished product I have already planned out, but as a humble sacrifice. Every conversation I will have, every task I will perform, and every thought that will cross my mind, I place them all on your altar. I want my purpose to be your purpose. Please take the lead today, Father, and let me be the one who follows, trusting that your direction is always better than my own. Father in heaven, I am so deeply grateful for the simple fact that I am here. Thank you for the gift of sleep that restored my body and for the miracle of waking up once more. I look at the light shifting across the room and I see your faithfulness written in the sunrise. Thank you for the roof over my head, for the clothes I will put on, and for the food that will sustain me. I often take these things for granted, forgetting that every small comfort is a sign of your provision. Thank you for being a God who cares about the small details of my life, the things that seem insignificant to others but are known to you. My King, I ask for your forgiveness for the times I have lived as if I were the center of the universe. I am sorry for the days I rushed past your presence because I thought my schedule was more important than my relationship with you. Forgive me for the moments I allowed worry to take the place of worship, and for the times I relied on my own cleverness instead of your wisdom. I have often tried to force doors open that you had closed for my protection, and I have hesitated to walk through the doors you opened because I was afraid. Cleanse my heart of this self-reliance, Lord, and help me to rest in the beauty of being your child. Jesus, as I prepare to step out into the world, I ask that you would align my will with yours. I don't want to just go through the motions of another day. I want to live with a sense of holy purpose. Help me to remember that seeking your kingdom starts in the way I treat the person standing in front of me. If I encounter someone who is frustrated, let me respond with a softness that reflects your grace. If I am faced with a difficult decision at work, let my first instinct be to pause and listen for your still, small voice. I want my life to be a reflection of your righteousness, not because I am perfect, but because I am being transformed by your love. My dear Lord, please grant me a spirit of peace that stays with me even when the day becomes chaotic. I tend to let the stress of my responsibilities weigh me down, making me lose sight of the joy that comes from serving you. I ask that you would guard my mind from the intrusive thoughts of what if and if only. Replace my restlessness with a quiet confidence that you are in control of the big picture. Even when I cannot see the next step, I choose to believe that you are paving the way. Let your peace, which passes all human understanding, be the atmosphere I breathe in today. Father, I pray for the work of my hands. Whatever I find myself doing today, whether it feels important or mundane, help me to do it as if I were doing it directly for you. If my work feels repetitive, give me the vision to see how it serves others. If my work feels overwhelming, give me the endurance to take it one moment at a time. I ask for your favor over my projects and my interactions with colleagues. May my presence in my workplace be a source of encouragement and light. Let me be a person who builds others up rather than tearing them down, and let my integrity be a testament to the God I serve. My King, I lift up my family and my home to you. This is the place where I am most known, and where it is often hardest to be consistent in my faith. I ask that you would fill our hallways with your presence. For my children, I pray that they would grow to know your voice from an early age, and that their steps would be protected from harm. Give me the patience to listen to them, and the wisdom to guide them with a gentle hand. For my spouse and my closest loved ones, I ask for a deepening of our bond. Help us to forgive each other quickly and to love each other with the same self-sacrificing love that you have shown us. Father in heaven, I ask for physical and emotional healing today. Many of us carry pains that no one else can see, old wounds from the past, or the fresh sting of a recent disappointment. I bring these hurts to you, knowing that you are the great physician. Touch the areas of my body that are tired or aching and bring a sense of renewal. More importantly, heal the broken places in my spirit. Where there is bitterness, plant seeds of compassion. Where there is grief, provide the comfort that only you can give. I trust that you are mending me even when the process feels slow and difficult. Jesus, I pray for wisdom. The world offers so many voices and so much conflicting advice, and sometimes I feel lost in the noise. I ask that you would sharpen my discernment today. Help me to recognize the truth and to have the courage to stand by it. I don't want to be tossed back and forth by the opinions of others. Instead, let me be anchored in your word. Give me the words to speak when I should speak, and the grace to remain silent when silence is the more loving path. I want to walk in wisdom, knowing that my life is a gift that I should use wisely for your glory. My dear Lord, I ask for your protection as I go about my day. Keep me safe from physical accidents and unforeseen dangers. Protect my mind from the influence of negativity and the temptation to fall into old, destructive habits. I ask that you would place a hedge around my emotions so that I am not easily shaken by the criticism of others or the setbacks I might face. I find my security in you, and I trust that nothing can happen to me today that hasn't first passed through your loving hands. You are my fortress and my shield, and I am safe in your care. Father, I want to intercede for those who are struggling far more than I am today. I think of the person who woke up in a hospital bed, feeling frightened and alone. I think of the parent who doesn't know how they will afford groceries this week, and the soul that is currently trapped in the grip of addiction or despair. My King, please make your presence felt in those dark places. Send someone to help them, or speak directly to their hearts in a way they cannot ignore. Remind them that they are not forgotten and that their lives still hold immense value in your eyes. My dear Lord, help me to be an answer to someone else's prayer today. If there is a friend who needs a phone call or a stranger who needs a smile, please nudge my heart to take action. I don't want to be so focused on my own purpose that I miss the opportunity to be a blessing to others. Open my eyes to the needs around me and give me a generous spirit that gives without expecting anything in return. I want to be your hands and feet in this world, carrying your light into every room I enter. Jesus, as I continue this conversation with you, I feel my heart beginning to settle. The morning is still quiet, but I feel more prepared to face whatever is coming. I am reminded of the words of Thomas Merton, who once wrote, "My Lord God, I have no idea where I am going. I do not see the road ahead of me. I cannot know for certain where it will end." This honest admission is where I find my peace, in the reality that I don't have to see the road because you are the one walking it with me. I am content to be a traveler as long as you are my guide. Father in heaven, I offer you my ambitions. I have dreams and goals that I hold on to tightly, but today I want to hold them with open hands. If my desires are not in line with your perfect will, I ask that you would change my heart. I would rather have a small life that pleases you than a great life that ignores you. Help me to find satisfaction in the daily bread you provide, rather than constantly yearning for more. I want to be faithful in the little things, trusting that you will take care of the big things in your own time and in your own way. My King, I pray for a renewed sense of wonder. Sometimes life feels so heavy and serious that I forget to see the beauty you have scattered all around me. Help me to notice the color of the leaves, the sound of a bird singing, or the warmth of a cup of tea. Let these small graces remind me that you are a God of detail and delight. I want to live this day with a heart that is awake and attentive to your goodness. Let me not be so busy that I miss the miracles that are happening right in front of me in the ordinary moments of a Tuesday morning. Father, I ask for the strength to be patient with myself. I often expect instant growth and perfect behavior, and I become frustrated when I stumble. Remind me that sanctification is a journey, not a race. When I fail today, and I likely will in some small way, help me to turn back to you quickly, without the weight of shame. Your grace is sufficient for my weaknesses, and your strength is made perfect in my inability. Let me be kind to my own soul, just as you are kind to me, and let me keep moving forward with a humble heart. My dear Lord, as I prepare to conclude this first part of my morning offering, I simply want to sit in the stillness with you for a moment. I don't want to ask for anything else right now. I just want to enjoy your company. You are my shepherd, and in your presence, I have everything I need. I feel the tension leaving my shoulders and the clarity returning to my mind. Thank you for this time of communion. Thank you for listening to the ramblings of my heart and for meeting me here in the quiet. I am yours, and I am ready to begin. My dear Lord, as the world begins to stir and the quiet of the dawn gives way to the movement of the day, I find myself lingering a little longer in your presence. I know that once I step away from this chair and put down this time of prayer, the noise will try to drown out the stillness we have shared. I ask, Father, for the grace to carry this sanctuary within me. Let my heart be a portable temple where your Spirit remains the primary guest, no matter how busy my hands become. I do not want to leave you here in this room. I want to walk with you into the kitchen, into the car, and into every meeting. Help me to remember that my purpose is not something I have to manufacture on my own, but something that flows naturally when I remain connected to you, the true vine. Father in heaven, I feel the weight of the expectations others have placed on me, and even the heavier weight of the expectations I have placed on myself. I ask that you would lift these burdens from my shoulders right now. I choose to believe that your yoke is easy and your burden is light. When I start to feel the pressure to perform or the fear of falling short, whisper your truth to my soul once more. Remind me that I am already loved, already accepted, and already yours. This realization is the only thing that can truly set me free to serve others without seeking their approval. I want my actions today to be motivated by love, not by a desperate need to prove my worth. Jesus, I pray specifically for the strength to handle the interruptions of this day with a spirit of kindness. I often see people as obstacles to my progress rather than souls to be loved. If someone needs my time unexpectedly, or if a plan falls through, help me to see your hand in the redirection. Perhaps the very thing I find inconvenient is the assignment you have prepared for me. Give me the eyes to see people as you see them, as precious, complicated, and in need of grace. Let my heart be wide enough to hold the needs of others even when I am tired, trusting that you will replenish my energy as I give it away. My King, I ask for your guidance in the conversations I will have today. It is so easy for me to speak without thinking, to let a sharp word slip, or to engage in gossip that serves no one. I ask that you would set a guard over my lips. Let my words be seasoned with salt, bringing flavor and healing to those who hear them. I want to be a person who speaks life into dead situations. If I am tempted to complain or to focus on the negative, redirect my thoughts toward things that are true, noble, and worthy of praise. I want my speech to reflect the peace that I have found here in this morning hour with you. My dear Lord, I bring before you the areas of my life where I feel stagnant or stuck. You know the habits I have tried to break and the fears I have tried to conquer for years. I admit that I cannot change myself through sheer willpower. I need the transformative power of your Spirit. I offer you my weaknesses once again, asking that you would breathe new life into my weary heart. Like the words of St. Augustine, who once said, "Our heart is restless until it rests in thee," I recognize that my struggle often comes from seeking satisfaction in things that were never meant to fill me. I return to you, my only true rest, and I ask for the patience to let you work in me at your own pace. Father, I want to lift up those who are currently walking through a season of deep darkness. I think of the person who is grieving a loss that feels too heavy to bear, and the one who is facing a financial crisis that seems to have no solution. My King, I ask that you would be their comforter and their provider in ways that are tangible and clear. I pray for the broken-hearted, for the lonely who feel invisible in a crowded world, and for the elderly who are waiting for a visit or a phone call. Please use me or use someone else to be the physical manifestation of your love to them today. Do not let them lose hope, Father. Show them that you are closer than their next breath. Jesus, I pray for the leaders of the world and for the peace of our communities. In a time where there is so much division and hostility, I ask that you would raise up peacemakers. Give wisdom to those in positions of authority, that they might seek justice and mercy for the vulnerable. I pray for my local community, for my neighbors, and for the schools where our children learn. Let your light break through the clouds of confusion and hate. Help us to see our common humanity and to treat one another with the dignity that comes from being made in your image. I want to be part of the healing, not part of the hurt. My dear Lord, I ask for a clear sense of my calling today. Sometimes I feel like I'm just drifting, moving from one task to the next, without a true sense of why I am here. I ask that you would align my small, daily purpose with your eternal purpose. If I am meant to be a light in a dark office, help me to shine brightly. If I am meant to be a source of stability for my family, give me the strength to be a rock. I want to know that my life matters in the grand tapestry you are weaving. Even the smallest act of faithfulness is significant in your eyes, and I want to be faithful in the little today. Father in heaven, I thank you for the way you have answered prayers in the past. When I look back at my journey, I can see the times you carried me through valleys I didn't think I would survive. I see the unexpected joys and the quiet miracles that I often forgot to thank you for. Remembering your faithfulness gives me the courage to face today. If you were with me then, I know you are with me now. I choose to trust your character even when I cannot see your hand. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever, and your love for me will never run dry. My King, as I finally prepare to step out into this day, I do so with a heart that is full and a spirit that is settled. I surrender my desire to know the outcome of every situation. I surrender my need to be right and my need to be noticed. I simply want to be yours. Guide my feet, hold my hand, and let your face shine upon me. I am ready to walk into whatever you have prepared, knowing that I am never walking alone. I love you, Lord, and I give this entire day to you. Before we go our separate ways and enter into the rush of life, I want to leave you with a final thought to carry in your heart. We often think that aligning with God's will is about big, dramatic shifts, quitting a job, moving across the world, or making grand gestures. But more often than not, it is found in the way you respond to a child's question, the way you handle a mistake at work, or the way you choose to be grateful for a simple meal. Faith is a series of small, honest turnings toward the light. You don't have to be perfect today. You just have to be present and willing. As you go, know that you are held by a grace that is much larger than your mistakes. Take a deep breath. Trust the path beneath your feet. And remember that when you start with God, you are exactly where you need to be. Amen.